this is my thing. I think that we are very, very, very far away from an individual human having comparable power to an upper rank demon. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it just goes as simple as, oh, after this arc, now we have people at an upper rank demon. I think for the next couple arcs, you could have people that are like, there's no way he could beat Luceifero. Why? Because we're only seeing 50% Luceifero. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
that's true.
There's still a whole nother Luceifero out there. You feel me? Like, and then on top of that, let's just take Nama and Lilith. If Nama and Lilith were here in place of Luceifero, the fight would be going the exact same way. The only difference is Asta can body that nigga, right? If we get rid of Asta, Nama and Lilith dragging these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think any of these niggas are like way stronger than Not. And Not got fucking demolished. We already see Captain Homie got demolished. Couldn't even touch them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I'm like, the weakest of the weakest devils are actually so much stronger than all our captains that it's actually a joke that they can even contemplate touching this nigga Luceifero. So I think that we are really, 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 really far. Like, really far away. As far as like a Hokage from a Guinea in a way. And there's a lot of space. It would be a shame if they were to just jump everybody up. I was like, bro, we just skipped so much space, like crazy. But I mean, they could. They say, fuck it.
We must pay homage to him.
Because the real question I'm going to have is, so like with the word demon, do you guys feel like that fight is still difficult for them as they are now? Like how many niggas do you feel they need? How many niggas or what niggas do you feel like they need? If the word demon came back like, yeah, I'm starting some more bullshit. Who do you think they need to handle? And do you think it's like,
I think it basically goes if you had to pick
a team of niggas, huh?
Like, okay, I'm thinking if the same people went in to fight them, but boosted to their power levels now, I think the fight goes the exact same. And that argument being that if you don't have the specific power to kill a demon, you can't hurt the word demon. You know what I'm saying? And nobody changed to arcane level besides like two niggas.
I mean, so Yami got the sword slice, right? And then Asta got Devil Union. I guess what I'm saying is, do you think they need the same amount of people to win? Because, I mean, you still going to need Asta and Yami to beat him. I agree with that. I just am like, it was also still tough for everyone around also. You know what I mean? Where now I don't feel like where they're at and having fought demons before, they need as many people as they need. They needed the entire Clover Kingdom to kind of catch this dub. Where now I feel like 5 niggas, including the 2 you definitely need, is probably good enough to take out.
I don't think they needed the whole kingdom. I feel like the whole kingdom, the reason there was a grip of niggas there was to stop the L's. Then when the demon came out, it was just a bunch of niggas like, I can't hurt this nigga. And Yami and Asta really just handled that nigga. So like, I feel like it doesn't change. Like, you still gonna have the same niggas. It's probably just gonna be Yami and Asta because none of these niggas affect demons except for the few people that learn like ultimate magic. So now you would be in a situation where, yes, I think Tito could be like, oh, y'all can stay home, bro. I'm going to go kill this word demon. And, like, that could be a real thing. Like, Tito might actually erase that nigga. But if you send his brother, who officially been moved to a bum-ass nigga, you send that bum-ass nigga for Golion, he ain't going to be able to do shit.
So do you think, like, so of all the people we know that can't handle demons, right? You said it's people with ultimate magic, Asta, Yami, right? If you're thinking about the word demon, from that
and
list
spirit
of people,
dives. But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So like
Noelle. But like, so Noelle, Asta, Yami, right? Is that it?
There are a few other zero stage niggas like Sekirei, but let's not count her.
Okay, so of those 4, do you feel like one of them can handle word demon, or you still need all?
Oh, just one. One of those niggas with the ability to kill a demon, I think definitely could body that nigga.
So the way I felt before with the word demon fight is even if they had those abilities, their skill level was still that you needed multiple people to like actually tango with this nigga. Do you get what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like just because you had Asta, you would win. I felt like if Asta, at that time, having the ability to still kill this nigga, went against him 1v1, he'd still get dropped. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that way?
I felt different because I didn't feel Asta ever had a chance. I thought the chance was Yami, and I think Yami bodied that nigga. Like, I think that Yami was strong enough to body that nigga then and is now. So it's a little hard for me to see it. But then when I look at other niggas, like, let's take a nigga that had no chance, Tito. Tito had no chance before. Now I think Tito could box that nigga solo dolo and win. So yes, I think niggas have gotten stronger, but the niggas who still do not have the ability to kill a demon, they stronger, but it's not gonna matter. They still
I 100% agree with that aspect of it. I'm just trying to think from a Luceifero standpoint after they beat this nigga, if it's gonna feel as easy as it feels now. Because to me, he's still like, there's a bunch of niggas who like Asta can take him out, but he doesn't actually have the physical abilities right now to do it.
That's all.
So like, this only
came back.
Lucifero.
Right.
It's all about the skill.
So if Luceifero came back, he's still getting folded, as we understand him now. I'm thinking after they beat him, will I feel like, oh, Asta could 1v1 Luceifero? I feel like no. Still.
No, there's still a gap there. But it's all about the whole, scale increase as the story progresses. Because the biggest thing, like you guys were saying, is just that the whole beating a demon to beat a demon. But how at least I think we're all on the same page as far as looking at the show is that demons aren't going to be as relevant, if relevant or significant at all, past this point. So unless they develop another device,
I think they will be.
Well, I mean, in the sense of like once Luceifero gets dropped, as far as like continuously now seeing, whoop, we're going to go up against a different demon, now another demon, and you got to have this kind of magic to beat a demon. So I'm saying that concept in general should be at least becoming less significant, where it's more about just scale, power, magic, speed, etc., instead of having certain conditions, which they could do it, I guess, but I don't know. It feels kind of lame. At least I think.
I honestly think what the demons introduced though is still going to play a role in the power development of everyone, which is like this ability to work on concepts. I feel like that's still a magic development that needs to happen for most of the important characters. Is getting the ability to where your magic is strong enough to work on concepts. Because I think that that's still an attribute the demons have that is something that can be achieved by everyone else.
A certain power
and probably
levels.
Needs to be. Because I think that's probably going to be the next curve. You know what I'm saying? With the next set of niggas, that's probably going to be a default of like, yeah, nigga, I work on concepts and like, that's not new to me.
So this is my thing. I think that we are very, very, very far away from an individual human having comparable power to an upper rank demon. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it just goes as simple as, after this arc, now we have people at an upper rank demon. I think for the next couple arcs, you could have people that are like, there's no way he could beat Luceifero. Why? Because we're only seeing 50% Luceifero. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's true. There's still a whole nother Luceifero out there. You feel me? And then on top of that, let's just take Nama and Lilith. If Nama and Lilith were here in place of Luceifero, the fight would be going the exact same way. The only difference is Asta can body that nigga, right? If we get rid of Asta, Nama and Lilith dragging these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think any of these niggas are like way stronger than Not. And Not got fucking demolished. We already see Captain Homie got demolished. Couldn't even touch them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I'm like, the weakest of the weakest devils are actually so much stronger than all our captains that it's actually a joke that they can even contemplate touching this nigga Luceifero. So I think that we are really, 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 really far. Like, really far away. As far as like a Hokage from a Guinea away. And there's a lot of space. It would be a shame if they were to just jump everybody up. I was like, bro, we just skipped so much space, like crazy. But I mean, they could. They say, fuck it.
I definitely think that for the key characters, they're gonna have to compete. Like Amira Leona is, if she's not on the cusp, she's getting that soon. Like
getting what soon?
The ability to at least hang out with some demons.
We talking about upper rank demons, not. We not talking about these bum niggas. So like only like a gate of hell ranked demon. Nama and Lilith being the two weakest niggas. You think she could getting close to them?
It's hard. So this is why it's hard for me, because to me what I see is like Yami and Asta's ability, and I think now I'm starting to get why you're speaking the way you're speaking, is like it's more of like a one-trick pony that allows them to defeat the demons. Mm-hmm. They're not actually on their level, but they have the ability to touch them, which nobody else has. So I feel like giving people the ability to touch them is possible for certain key characters. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to beat them, which is why I say I think Merleona is going to get the ability to touch them. Doesn't mean that she could body Luceifero 1v1, but she may be another nigga that is going to be like, hey, you a nigga who, like, your shit work on these niggas, so we going to bring you along.
I'm okay with that. I would accept that. But I think that our next issue, like we keep theorizing, will be that the Sun Village or whatever, Land of the Rising Sun, will probably be a more physical-based place. Which means, like, honestly, well, Luceifero, Sean, let me not talk on him. The rest of these niggas just really beefy with the magic. Like, you can cut them in half. You feel
Asta's been folding them with the hands.
I think Asta gonna get to that point where he like, all right, bro, y'all niggas gonna have to do something because this anti-magic just put me on par with these niggas. Like, we just having a sword battle at this point. You know, so they gonna need somebody.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm interested to see where they're. Why I say that is I do feel like it's not gonna be just Asta and Yami that can compete. That's just never how Black Clover has been. They've always shared the ability amongst other motherfuckers. So there's gonna be unique ways to tango with these motherfuckers. I just don't know what it is yet. And right now, of what I've seen, Merleona is the first person I've seen with like development in battle as far as mages go. Like Noelle trained outside, got that new shit. Merleona is like, yeah, she trained a little bit, but it seems like she's also developing in this battle, which is like, okay, this is going to be interesting to see where this shit goes. No. And they don't talk about the books, which is another thing that kind of still pisses me off. Like they're not really explaining that, but maybe that's going to be the key to getting everybody to that level is like, oh, your books actually mean some shit, like these spells. You got a spell at the back that does this.
It means some shit for real, because I'm like, bro, I've been looking at Merleona ever since she first knocked that demon out and they got back up. They literally been saying like, yo, the longer this bitch fight, the stronger she get. And now we see she at a point where like Luceifero was like, ouch. Like, where did this bitch stop, bro?
Right. I'm telling you.
I don't think there's no stop, bro.
I don't think so either.
She gonna be here with like the fucking air gear strats. My fire stops time.
Right. And that could be potentially the explanation as to why she doesn't have the salamander. And this is going way out there. It just came to my mind. So this shit could have plenty of holes. But maybe she's not actually a fire mage.
Or would she be?
It's something tied to this everlasting energy shit.
Oh, okay.
Something kind of like that you could associate with fire, but at its root isn't really fire, if that makes sense. And I feel like maybe that's why maybe it's an energy thing. Maybe it's something else. But it could be something that they tied to this that's like, oh, and then this explains why she never fucking got the shit. Because she wasn't really a fire mage to begin with. She was this type shit. A lightning mage.
Who knows?
That is a stretch,
but
infinite energy mage.
But you do make a good point. I mean, they only really touched as far as the books go and the spells in general. Like the last time I remember actually seeing, oh, I got a new spell. Wasn't it like Yami? Way back when he cut, when he first got that
They seem to be the
slash.
only two that get new
that's
spells.
Like the only, that's the only time I remember.
Yami and Asta.
I mean, everybody came out with my boy. Don't forget my boy, Painter, homie. He came out with the best spell of the chapter.
That's true.
See, but like, and then this be my problem is like the books seem to have spells, but the way the spells get used don't seem to be from the books. Like the way he used that spell didn't seem like it was revealed to him. It seemed like he created it. Does that make sense? That's the way I felt like it came through. And that's what bothers me, because I'm like, okay, so what the fuck is the point of these books? Like, y'all not getting the spells from the books.
I think it, because, I mean, but they also say the way the books work is kind of like on that. It give you the spell you need at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like when Noelle was like, "Damn, I can't harm people." It was like, well, what if you had this dragon that went and found them for you? Here's your dragon spell. Boop. You know what I'm saying? Like, them books be on.
But I mean, but
that's
kind of the issue, though, right? So I mean, if that's how they're created, then why not just create the premise of you can create your own spells? It's like, what's the point of the books?
I think they're like, yo, we're about to use these magic spells they gain purely to move the plot forward, and we're accepting and acknowledging this is that plot bullshit. But I'm gonna write it in the book so that at least niggas don't say we trying to cap. We got it right here. It's that bullshit. Like, it's part of their show.
No, it's true. It's like hockey and willpower. It's like, no, I feel you.
That's kind of funny.
Selling some bullshit. All I would say is that part of the reason why it frustrates me, I think, is because I'm very married to Zatch Bell in terms of how
I thought of that too.
Books work.
Yeah.
So I keep seeing this shit, and I keep going to Zatch Bell, and I'm like, bro, get a new spell, nigga.